when to accelerate. Look at your screens. We told some people to take selfies and put the hashtag Ibom-LED 2025. Some of you took it seriously. Some others said, forget about it. Anyway, we have good news for those who did it over the course of these 2 days. And I'm about to announce their names right now. If you hear your name, please stand up, because we have a special package for you from the governor himself, His Excellency, the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Say, when they tell me when I come do something, I know they do. Please, Victoria, is this Victoria Udo or Victoria Uso? You know when professors' handwritings are somehow. Victoria Udo. Is there any Victoria here? Auntie, are you the one? Okay. Why did you stand up now? Ubongobasi, UM. If you are not jealous, please clap, 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 please. Are you the one? No, just come here. This is an altar call. You're about to be ministered to. Madam, I hope you have your ID card, though. Victoria Uso, you're the one. Please clap for her. She's the one. Ubongobasi, UM. Is that you? Please clap, clap, if you are not jealous. Wow. How many are clap now so that they'll come out? I think it's another photographer. Mayor Joseph Iyang. Mayor Joseph Iyang. Are you here? Clap so that... Please, if you are not the one, don't stand up and deceive us. Maybe they're not going to clap for wrong person. Are you Mayor or Miriam? What? Harmony. Harmony are welcome. You? Mayen Iyang. All right then. Please clap for her too. My gender, wait till they happen. What na dinner? Hey. Wait till man do man. If like saying a man, I ain't pick this lady so. But why? All right. Our VIPs and partners, can you see what's going on here? It's only women that are celebrating now. Mabel Akpan, another woman again. Hey, please clap for her quickly, quickly. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Israel Iyang, where are you? Israel. Finally. Now you, we get 9 million for account. Edidion Danabasi Etok. Edidion. Are you sure you're the one? All right. I need an usher here to just confirm the names. Let's do this quickly. This is just a short ritual. Josiah Michael. Please clap. Clap so that they will clap for you too. This is an altar call for Divine Basi. Divine Basi. I want to see that and they greet themselves. We made it. You know, easy. 300 women, 2 men. Engineer Edidion Serial. Which one are you? Divine Basi. All right, more than clap for him now. Daniel Okon. Daniel Okon. Becky Peters. Godwin Udo. Olayinka Nsikak. Hey, this name is interesting. Olayinka Nsikak. King Blessed. Bros, now you be that. Now, no big gados be that. Ubong Ekpeyong. Which one are you? Mayen Peters. Mayen Peters. Oh, Becky. Okay. Mary Udobia. Mary. I beg, give me instrumental. Bring, put Undertaker or Dorime for that place. Liberty Jackson. Put on, play something in the background. You know, see, I'm a radio person. I don't like talking on dry this thing. This guy. I think I know you from somewhere. And Mama Azuka. Please, where is Mama Azuka? Mama Azuka. All right. Where's Mama Azuka? I'm interested in Mama Azuka here. Ah, you are here. Where is Azuka? No. You cannot be Mama Azuka if there's no Azuka. We need to be sure that you are Mama Azuka. Ushers, please come this way. You see, at Ignite, Ibom-LED is practical. It's practical. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, okay. Ooh, special people. What did I say?
Practical.
What did I call it?
Practical.
Practical. I don't hear different things. Practical, practical. All right. So congratulations. Let's have it. They have a goodie bag courtesy of the CPC and, of course, Governor Omoino. Please clap. Please clap. Congratulations to you. This bag has a lot to ignite and accelerate you. Make una just a clap. Please keep clapping for them. They are our winners of the selfie competition. We asked them to take pictures and post on social media with the hashtags. We need more. Okay. You see, now this kind of thing, they cause problem, though. Some people will not collect this bag, but they will collect from there. You say, oh, it's supposed to start from there. Wow. Wahala. What do you think? Now me they share them now. Okay, the last. But you know, in this kind of thing, it's democracy. Can you choose to relinquish these bags to the first people here? Will you choose that? This guy wants to do it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. It doesn't really matter. Does it matter? Does it matter? I think that our next speaker should come and talk to this. Are you here? I can't remember. It's Amama Yoholo, not me. There's one guy wearing shirts there. He don't they run. That guy that is running away, you hold him. Who was the first person here? Olayinka and Sika, because of your very unique name, I give that to you. Sorry, this wouldn't take a lot of time. I'm trying to see how we rush this up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't worry. Beyond this, we all have your names, and you are hereby christened Ignite ambassadors. Please put your hands together for them. So it's not just this. We are giving you this because these people here do not have it. You are special people, and we love you for that. Let's give her two. Give her as well. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for them. We all have your names on social media platforms. We will definitely keep in touch with you. And please keep posting, keep sharing, and keep telling people about Ignite to Accelerate. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin to put our gears on reverse with the very crucial panel session that we have right here. We'll be talking about the role of creative thinking in igniting business growth. And to perform this, to moderate, would be none other than the Guinness World Record holder for the longest radio marathon, Mighty George. Please put your hands together for him. Is he around? Please come up stage, Mighty George. Oh, he's here, he's here. Please clap for him again. All right, and so let me introduce the panelists that will be joining us and will be quizzing here today. He is the first one is the Group Head, Brand Transformation and Digital Marketing at the Bank of Industry. You know it as BOI. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to I𝐶𝐨𝐦 𝐈𝐠𝐧𝐢𝐭𝐞. Please put your hands together for him. Oga for Bank of Industry, oh, you are clapping like that. You're welcome, sir.
I𝐶𝐨𝐦 𝐈𝐠𝐧𝐢𝐭𝐞 is the Group Head of Brand Transformation and Digital Marketing at the Bank of Industry, BOI. With extensive experience in brand management, digital strategy, and financial communications, I𝐶𝐨𝐦 has been instrumental in positioning BOI as a key enabler of SME growth and industrialization in Nigeria.
Breweries. I've been looking for this man. They recently celebrated something at the Tropicana Mall. Who was there? All right. They celebrated Ibom at 38. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who controls the affairs of Champion Breweries, the one they call the State Beer. Is he young champion? Okay, okay, champion. I don't know. Let's welcome Dr. I𝐛𝐨𝐦 𝐈𝐠𝐧𝐢𝐭𝐞. Put your hands together for him, please. All our helpers are coming on stage.
Dr. I𝐛𝐨𝐦 𝐈𝐠𝐧𝐢𝐭𝐞, Managing Director / CEO, Champion Breweries PLC. Dr. 𝐈𝐠𝐧𝐢𝐭𝐞 is a certified master brewer with over 2 decades of experience in the FMCG and beverage industry. Since joining Champion Breweries in 2019, he has risen through the ranks to become MD/CEO in December 2023, where he now leads the company's bold transformation and expansion strategy, including he specializes in organizational development, process improvement, and human capital performance. With over a decade of experience in consulting, Afolabi has worked with businesses and non-profits to streamline operations, improve productivity, and build sustainable growth strategies. He is known for his analytical approach and ability to translate complex concepts into actionable solutions. Afolabi is a coach, trainer who mentors young professionals to achieve excellence. At Ibom-LED 2025, he serves as a panelist at the Creative Thinking in Business Growth session, sharing practical tools for optimizing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Afolabi Julius.
Thank you very much. Let me have a handshake with all our panelists. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome. All right, so let's do this. It's an all-men's affair. And ladies, don't be jealous. But I'm sure there are top executives in your companies, right? Ladies, right? That's good. All right, so let's, thank you all for being here, gentlemen. Let's get this on the road. Let's start with Jide. We're talking creative thinking here. And I want to get your own perspective of creative thinking. Why is creative thinking essential for business growth today? Jide.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. And I'd like to thank my Oga Charlie, as we call him. We worked together in GT Bank. When I started my career, he was in charge of the brand. And I learned a lot of things from him. A lot of those things are things that I use now where I'm working. And I mean, when I was working in GT Bank, one of the things that we used to do or say back then was innovate or die. Any business that is not innovating now, all right, will stand a chance of dying. in no distant time. And I'll give you examples. There was Nokia, and after a while, Nokia kind of like faded off, and BlackBerry took over. And then there was BlackBerry, and after a while, what happened? Samsung. And then you have things like Apple. Yesterday, I was reading something about, yet to be confirmed, that Elon Musk is trying to launch a phone, yet to be confirmed, that Elon Musk is going to launch a phone or is thinking of launching a phone. And when you hear things like that, pay attention, because it's most likely going to happen. He's going to launch a phone where, because it's connected to his satellite, all right, you don't need any Wi-Fi connectivity. Anywhere you are, you know his own is in the sky. Anywhere you are, you can pick Wi-Fi, okay? And you will not need a SIM card. So without MTN, without fiber net or all of those things, anywhere you are, as you are walking, you are connected to the internet. It's going to change and transform the way people start to use their mobile phones. Now, if you notice what's been happening now, even in Nigeria, things are changing faster than we think about it. So every day you need to be thinking, how do I change my business model? How do I get better at what I'm doing? How do I begin to innovate beyond today? A couple of years ago, 5 years ago, we're not talking too much about electric cars. We're not talking about CNG. But now, it's electric cars almost all over the place. We're talking about CNG, now drawing up maps and figures and science and all of those things. Let us break it down to simple terms. Creativity is like the everyday thing that you do. Don't get too worried about the fact that, oh, you need to have this great plan and great idea before you can start having creative ideas for your business. Think about your innate talents, ideas, giftings, and everything that you have within you, and how can you make it better? Think about your environment. What is in your environment that you feel you can do better? It's in the simple, everyday things that you choose to change that gives you that edge, and that's what will transform your business. So even if you are selling soap, think about it this way. How am I packaging my soap? Very basic.
Okay.
When you're even, in terms of even outfits, what am I wearing? How can I make it better? How can I enhance it? What are the things I can put that will make people, that will make it more attractive to the people that I want to sell to? So don't think about creativity as one big thing. Think about the simple little things that you can do within your business that will make a difference.
Okay. Let's draw some industry comparisons. Let's go to Mr. I𝐛𝐨𝐦 now. He's obviously talking about creativity, and he uses analogy from, you know, the communications. He talked about MTN and talk about all of that. So that's his specialty. Let's talk about, you know, the creative thinking in your own industry right now. What is it to you? How do you think it can be applied?
Okay, thank you very much, moderator, for having me, and thanks also to Sir Charles Udo and the fantastic team that has put together this wonderful program. Let me just start by looking at creativity from a definition perspective.
Okay.
What is, creative thinking? Because it's really about looking at problems, looking at products, looking at processes from a different perspective, but with a fundamental objective in mind, which is to produce value-driven solutions, right? And I emphasize that word, value-driven solutions, because the outcome of any creative process must result in solutions. Now, that solution, put it in the context of what you are doing, whether you are a young industrialist, or you are an artist, or you're a musician. The fundamental issue is it has to put you in a position where you stand out. So creative thinking, creativity creates opportunity for you to differentiate from others. It gives you a competitive edge. It helps you drive innovation. It helps you maximize your resourcefulness. it puts you ahead. Why? Because you are able to look at things not from a nominal point of view, but from a different point of view. And so you're able to get inspiration to ideate things into reality that becomes a solution for specific problems, in your space. So as an industrial, let's go specifically to the industry where I operate, for example. Now, Champion Breweries, for example, has been in this market for about 50 years. And we only had 2 brands. And then we had to ask ourselves, are there more we can do in terms of expanding our brand portfolio so that we can meet the aspirations of our consumers? And so we went into the drawing board and said, look, we can come up with something that is unique and different from what is in the market. And by that, we were able to launch 3 innovations. And these innovations, have been pushed into the market. And the reviews we get from consumers is that it's completely different from what we have been used to when it comes to malt products. When we brought in the Champ malt with butter cookies flavor, and then when we...
And think about how to, of course, be creative in this industry. It's a competitive industry, especially yours. Well, we will go back to, of course, 𝐸𝐸 𝐸𝐸 to also talk about what they're doing in the banking space. But let's hear from Afolabi Julius now. Why is creative thinking essential for business growth? Let's look at that specifically right now. And of course, blameless side solutions, what do you do precisely? Let's start.
Okay, blameless solutions, what we do is to help learn from whatever is going to be shared here. How are you going to get here?
You have to be creative.
How are you going to get here? You're probably going to think that if I must get here, I'm going to trek to a particular point where from that point, I can pay my way to get to this place. Your target is to get to this place, right? And then your resources are limited. And then you now think, I'm healthy. I can trek this distance. I probably trekked it before, right? You are looking at what has worked, right? What has not worked. But the thing is this. What has not worked has worked on you. So a lot of times, we look at creative thinking like you have to have excess to be able to do so much. No. It's the ability to find what other thing you can do. What can I take away to do more? What do I need to add in order to do much more than I am doing?
That sounds like mathematics, huh?
Yes. What do I need to add? What must I add? When you stand before the mirror, you know what to adjust. Isn't it? Because you want to know. And no one of us here, every time you want to wear a dress, you think of how you want to appear where you are going to. That's what determines what you wear in your wardrobe. Are we together? So creative thinking is about combining, allocating your resources in the way that maximizes your results.
Great. So
that's creative thinking.
I think you applaud to that. Yeah. If you're in tune with the trekking to one distance, raise your hand. Anybody trek, come here. Don't, I won't say it's the last time you trek. You still trek, but your life will be better. All right. You know, in other climes, they say it's stroll. Yeah. Just stroll, don't trek. Because you said trek, now they will look at it as one bad thing. All right, let's go to 𝐸𝐸 now. 𝐸𝐸, I need you to share an example or some examples where creativity unlocked a breakthrough in your business. Maybe it's the bank of industry, maybe it's your field, digital field. Let's hear it.
I mean, there are very, very many examples. I mean, a space where in bank of industry, what we do now is there's something we call BOI Impact, where we go around the country to look for people that are doing simple things but making a significant difference for the Nigerian economy. And it's because when I was in GT, we tried a couple of things. And I don't know if any of you have heard about the food and drink and the fashion weekend.
Yeah, GT.
Those
GT
popular initiatives, those are things that we started. Now, how did we start this? We were thinking about we wanted to move into SME banking, and we're thinking, how do we transform businesses? Because a lot of people are looking for money and loans, but we can't possibly give everybody money that they ask for because we have limited resources. Also, because when you look at the SME space, there's a lot of unstructured businesses. So we're thinking, okay, if I can't give you money, even though that's what you always come to me for, what else can I give you that will be relevant to you? And that was how we started Food and Drink and Fashion, because we looked at the space and we said, let's look at the SME space in Nigeria. Predominantly, a lot of people are doing fashion, a lot of people are in food, a lot of people are in IT, but what can we focus on and latch on and make a difference in? When we started Food and Drink, when we saw what people were doing in the food business, drink business, the panelist and the speaker that came earlier was talking about Nuli drinks. When you see what people are doing in terms of packaging, in terms of processes, you'll be wowed at the creativity in the Nigerian ecosystem. When you go into fashion, what I'm wearing today is someone that made it. My socks, okay, is a Nigerian that made it. So what we did was we created those platforms, but those platforms were competitive platforms. Because when I come to a space where, in a big exhibition where you have almost 200 people, you see what that person is doing. It will spark something in your mind that, you know what, I thought I was doing well. I'm not doing as great as I thought I was doing, okay? And so over the years, we've seen improvement in how people have packaged their businesses, how people have transformed their businesses, and we see how there are better ways of doing businesses. There are better products now in Nigeria. If you notice, a lot of people don't even buy clothes from outside the country again. Why? Because there are better fabrics, there are better designs, there are better styles in Nigeria. Look at the cooking business. Look at IT. Look at a lot of things around you. And you see, so when we did Food and Drink and Fashion, it was transformative. It now became something that people were looking forward to, because now they see that, okay, there's a platform. If I can't get money, at least there's a platform. In EcoBank, we did Adire, and so you will be shocked at how people were using Adire for all sorts of amazing things. We did photography, art, and design. And even in the art space, the design space, you'll be shocked. Interior design, even horticulture, gardening, all those simple, basic things. But it's just to show you the power in the SME space and how people are doing some crazy, wonderful things.
Can we get metrics? Like, I mean, you did well. Obviously, people will go to those shows. They'll be fun. They see GT, they see Echo. Can we get some metrics of how that changed your business at that time?
Let me give you
for those businesses.
A quick example. If you have about 200 exhibitors for an event, and you have about 50,000 people, and we saw about ₦1 billion within a 3-day space, that changed the income. I mean, 1 billion is small for a bank, but when you look at the fact that there's floating income, when you look at the fact that there's money that is coming into the organization, when you look at the fact that you're having more SMEs that are banking with you, when you look at the fact that you can now increase your services, loans, other platforms for these SMEs, it changes the way people perceive the organization and how people are connected to the organization. But what it does to the industry is that the industry now starts to think beyond their limited capacity and their capabilities. And they're now thinking about how they can be more resourceful, how they can think better, because they know that what I thought I was doing and I was doing very well, the person next door is doing fantastically well. So you go back home and you're like, you know what, let me just go and start again.
Great.
Do you get? So it's a ripple effect on the entire ecosystem. Now, in Bank of Industry, let me just quickly talk about Bank of Industry. Now, we have grants, we have intervention funds, and then we have loans. Those are 3 different things. And I know a lot of people here will be thinking, I have this good idea, but how do I get funding for it? Now, there are little things that people do for the grants that we give them. The grants are about 50,000. And initially, when we had the FDN grants, it was 50,000 naira for an individual to other local foods. Okay. And so it looks like a small amount of money. It's just how you can take that money, think about your business model, and think about how do I use this money to scale up. Okay. Mr. Eddie was talking about how a lot of people don't have credibility. And that's what kills a lot of businesses. If we give you 50,000, all right, and we see that you can transform that 50,000 into a business, no matter how small it is, let it be at least some difference. You know, when the Bible was talking about, they gave seeds to different people, 5, 10, 2, and 5 multiplied. 10 multiplied. The 2 went to hide it. What are you doing with the seed that you have? Whether it's from family, whether it's from friends, whether it's from a bank, whether it's from anybody that you're borrowing the money from.
Great. Thank you very much, Jide. Please, a round of applause for that. You even had to quote the Bible. So, I mean, Doctor, would you subscribe to this in your own industry as well? Would it work for you? Have you even tried anything creative? You're in the beverage industry. That's the banking industry. They have to go into fashion and the creative industry. Do you think that that would work in your own industry? And what other creative ideas? I mean, you talked about doing more brands, still in that same industry. What about diversifying? Is that part of the creativity that you'll be looking at?
Okay, thank you. So creativity spans every industry, right? And I think it's important, that must be emphasized. Even you as an individual, right? For you to make significant progress in your life, you must be a creative thinker, and creativity begins in the mind, right? The perspective that you maintain. And so for me, in my industry, we are in the manufacturing space. We constantly face challenges that requires resolution. And I can tell you that beyond what people see, that we take in raw materials and translate them into finished goods that we push out there to the consumers to meet their requirements. That value chain, as you see there, has a whole lot of challenges, and those challenges have to be resolved resourcefully, because resources are not infinite. You have to find ways to solve your problems, even when you don't have all the resources, to be able to buy everything, right? Because applying what drives you or drives your creative thinking process is fundamentally your vision. We have said for ourselves that we want to be the undisputed, market leader, in beer and malt in the South-South region of Nigeria, and then progressively expand our impact to other parts of Nigeria and beyond. That's the vision that drives this company. And then we have also said that underlying this vision is our purpose: bring joy and enrichment to people's lives. It is not just a statement to speak and make people feel good. You have to translate those purpose statements, that vision, that mission, into reality. And then creative thinking then becomes a fundamental part of making that happen. Now, let me give an example. Apart from our decision to do what? To expand our brand portfolio by the process of innovation that I mentioned earlier, we had to start asking ourselves, what opportunities exist in the market that we can take advantage of? And then we saw Bullets, a very strong brand, particularly in the energy drink sector, and we say, look, this is an opportunity to expand our brand portfolio and latch into a segment that...
Okay, you have acquired Bullets.
Oh, yes, we have. Oh. We are currently in the process of finalizing the acquisition because we need to get approvals from the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council. Okay. When that wraps up, then that transaction is completed. And I tell you, that already opens up a whole new chapter for us, that we reposition the organization to begin to take advantage of the aspirations of consumers in a completely different sector. So when it comes to the issue of creativity, right, you can go beyond your traditional way of thinking or traditional way of doing things by beginning to broaden your scope. So this, for example, is and apart from that, right, let's even apply it to the issue of corporate social responsibility.
Okay.
We have three fundamental priorities as a company. We want to grow champion breweries profitably, productively, and sustainably. So sustainability for us is fundamental. How do we harness the power of sustainable solutions to make our business more productive, to make our business more profitable? And we decided, look, diesel prices are going high. How do we cut down on these diesel prices? And then we decided that we're going to go into renewable energy. And we're currently in the process of procuring 2 megawatts of solar panel, expandable to 4 megawatts, and then 4 megawatts of battery energy solutions, battery energy storage system expandable to 8 megawatts, so that we will use that opportunity to decarbonize our operations and also leverage on the opportunity it gives us to save cost. And when we save cost, what happens? We're able to have more money in our pockets. And that money you have in our pockets can also help you drive innovation, even better and better and better. So that's the way it works, in the entire cycle.
All right, good. Please, let's applaud the recent acquisition or the process of acquisition of bullets for fans of that drink. Okay, let's go to small businesses. These are big boys, controlling big things. I needed
my first 6-7 figures working 9 to 5. And my journey is so resonating with everyone here. As soon as I finished secondary school, I started teaching in a primary school. I earned my first 5,000 naira as a teacher. And immediately I earned that 5,000 naira. I went home, gave it to my mom, and she took just 50 naira from it and gave me the rest. And said, now you can. I don't have to beg if I want to go and barb my hair, because that was my concern. I want to barb hair, I have to go to mommy. If I want to do this, what can I do for myself? Those were the questions in my mind. So I started teaching when they say awaiting results. While others were awaiting results, I started teaching. So, and that's how I started earning money from teaching. Now from there, I got into the university, knowing fully well that my father was a local printer and my mother is a trader. So getting admission too was a problem. I had all the results, but life. Yesterday we had Calabar chick. Don't die for any reason. No. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people are looking for
capital. Yes, you said that.
Yes, a lot of people are looking for capital without capital sense. That's the sincere
Did you hear
truth.
that? Please say that again.
If you have capital and you don't have capital sense, I had a target to graduate with the first class.
They allowed you enter?
Yes. Came in. I told them that my name was on the list and everything like that. Like, I went inside. Maths for Econs 105. I scored 3/25, but I was not the least. Right? I was the 8th. The highest person scored 8/25, and there was no makeup test. At the end of the day, that particular step added to my cumulative average. Are we together? So, creative thinking, you will get to a point, an obstacle, and then you begin to think. When you see the ant, you can't stop the ant, right? When you try to block it here, you look for another way to what? To get to its destination. So for a small business, right, stop thinking that your business is small. Your thinking is small. When your thinking is bigger than your business, it will force the business to grow, right? So
please, let's have that again.
Yes, I said, yeah, the business is not small. It's your thinking that is small. When the thinking is bigger than the business, it will force the small business to become big. Everything big started small. Are we together? So you see, so from the little teaching experience I had, when I got admission, I looked for an avenue to teach again, right? Now, I chose 4 different subjects that I had